welcome back to my channel. Thanks for being here today. So today we are going to talk about my visa timeline from when we start our case to when I got my visa. Stay tuned! So there's a lot of you guys asking me if I can make a video on my timeline. How long did it take me to get my visa from start to finish, and also the dates from when we submitted it, when did we receive the NO81 and all that stuff. So we passed our case on February 10th of 2020. So we passed the case to USCIS, which is the first stage. And then on February 18th of 2020, we received our NOA1, which is the Notice of Action, confirming that USCIS have received our case. On May 7th of 2020, NVC received our case from USCIS. So it means it's at that stage that we have passed or completed USCIS screening. That's when they're going to send you the welcome letter, and it will tell you what to do specifically on that email. So they will provide you a list of requirements that you need to comply. And so on May 26th of 2020, we sent our requirements to NVC. On June 3rd of 2020, we have received an email from NVC that our case is documentarily qualified. From then on, we just waited for NVC to schedule my appointment. So what we did is we look up YouTube and see what other people are doing, because this is in the midst of COVID-19. And so I've seen YouTube videos saying that you can start to expedite your case if there's a certain reason that you can provide supporting documents to, and see if, just try it and see if they will approve it or not. And so we started our expedite letter request, and we submitted it. And we submitted it first to U.S. Embassy, but because we thought our case is already there, but it wasn't. And so they told us that it's not on their end yet. So we submitted it again to NVC. So we submitted our expedite letter request to NVC on July 27th of 2020. After we have submitted our expedite letter request, about 2 weeks after that, on August 10th of 2020, NVC approved our expedite request. On August 19th of 2020, U.S. Embassy in Manila emailed us asking if we are ready for the interview. Do we have all the documents needed for the interview? So I responded at that same day, which is August 19th in the morning. I emailed them that saying that yes, I am ready. I have all the documents needed. And so in the afternoon of August 19, 2020, they replied back saying, okay, you need to do your medical exam first in order for us to schedule your interview appointment. On August 20, 2020, we decided to go ahead and book my medical exam at St. Luke's. And so we went to their website, and then we picked a date, and the earliest date at that time was August 27th of 2020. On August 26th, we went to Manila. We stayed there overnight, and then next day is my medical exam appointment. So we went to my medical exam appointment. I got my results at the same day. And so when I got back to our hotel, I emailed U.S. Embassy in Manila, hey, I have finished my medical exam, just letting you know. August 28th, which is the next day after my medical exam, U.S. Embassy in Manila emailed me my interview schedule, which was September 9th of 2020 at 7:30 a.m. So on September 9th of 2020, we actually moved hotels from to where it's closer. So we moved to the Bayview Hotel, which is basically across the U.S. Embassy. And so we woke up really early. We got there around like 5 in the morning, and I think we were the first ones there, and then like a couple of people came, and I would definitely suggest to come as early as you can. and make sure no electronics with you. So we came in at around 7 a.m. and then they checked my DS-260, and then you go through 2 different doors, and they're gonna check your bag and all that. So make sure you don't have electronics, no cell phones, in your bag, or else it will just delay the process. So it took about 2 hours and a half in total, because I got out around 9:30 in the morning after the interview and after I was told I'm approved and all that. They're actually going to ask you what carrier you want to pick up your visa, so you can actually pick and choose which ones. So on September 16th of 2020, I went to SM to go Manila to receive my visa. At the same day, I informed my husband that I have received my visa, and so my attorney informed my husband, hey, you have to need to pay the USCIS Immigrant FEE. So you have to go to this website. I can put a link below for you guys. And we paid $220. I don't know if it changed. Just check with USCIS website. And also at the same day, September 16th, so I got my visa. We paid USCIS for that $220 fee. And also my husband and I booked my flight to go to the US. At that time, it was really bad. COVID was really bad. And I was thinking I need to go back to Iloilo City, which I was from, and bring my stuff, because I did not bring my stuff with me in Manila because I went with my mom and it was COVID, and it's just a lot of like documents that you need in order to fly and all that. And so my husband and I talked to each other, maybe it's not worth it to go back home and then come back, because I think at that time Iloilo has some restrictions on flights and all that. You cannot get out of Iloilo, but you can come in and stuff like that. And so we just decided to just go ahead and book the flight straight from Manila to the US, and that's how I ended up just bringing my backpack to the US. It's kind of nice because you don't have to look after your luggage, but at the same time, I already packed my stuff at home. It's ready to go. I just don't have it with me. So I know COVID is slowing down. So but still, just make sure if you plan to go to Manila or stuff like that, to make sure that there's no restrictions when you come back, because your visa can expire. I think it expires in 6 months or something like that. So you have to leave the country before then. So on September 17th, I contacted CFO, Commission on Filipino Overseas, that I need my sticker, my CFO sticker on my passport. So I emailed them. So you're basically supposed to let them know ahead of time, so you can they need to deliver, for some reason they need to deliver the sticker, or I think you may be able to go to their location to get the sticker. But at that time, I booked my flight already on the 18th, so this is the day before my flight, and so I was so scared that I might not be able to make it to my flight because my documents are not complete. And so I messaged them that I need to leave at this time, at this day, and then they sent me a temporary sticker on my passport. So it's basically just a PDF file. So I just printed it, multiple copies, and then that's what I showed to check in to my flight, because they're gonna ask for that. So my flight was September 18th of 2020. So my flight was a direct flight from Manila to LA. So I know that if your destination is LA, you can stop by at other places like maybe Japan or something, like without visa. I think, I'm not quite sure, but we did not want to risk that, so we picked a flight where it's direct from Manila to LA. So it was about 13-14 hours flight, and the good thing about flying in the evening is that your body is used to that. And so I basically slept in the airplane and it was pretty good. It wasn't too bad for a very long flight by myself. And the plane is actually empty, like 3 seats. Actually, just basically that area that we were sitting, I had another Filipino friend on the other side. That area is empty. I was able to lay down, and I guess that's the only good thing because of COVID. The restrictions on flights are very strict, and so there's only a few people that could fly. But so I flew to LA on September 18th. I arrived there maybe around in the evening. I'm not sure what time, but when I arrived there, we went through immigration, but I did not get a yellow packet after my interview, and so I wasn't sure what to show them when I go through immigration. The person that that interviewed me said that you don't need a yellow packet; it's all electronic. And so I went through immigration. And then this lady looked me up on the computer, and for some reason she could not find me. And so she asked me for my I-130, and of course I'm like looking at my stuff in there. And it took about maybe 20 minutes or so, and she asked somebody else to help her out with the computer. For some reason they cannot pull me up. And so finally, after 20-25 minutes of looking me up, they were able to find my case. And then I thought I was clear, I was good to go, but no, they said, okay, so you have to proceed to this room. And I did. I went in the room, and there's a lot of people in there, and you can't use your phone. And so my husband was already waiting for me outside, and so I could not message him that, hey, I'm okay, I'm here, I was just in this room, need like extra interview or whatever. And so it took about 2 more hours for me. I was just sitting there. I was so worried. I'm like, oh no, did I do something? Did I miss a document or something? But then when it was my time to be interviewed, this guy just basically asked me a few questions. What's your name? Who's your husband? Blah, blah, blah. And then you're good to go. So I don't know what that was about. So after that, I was able to find my husband, because I don't know where to find him. So I was able to find him finally. I can't use my phone because I don't have Wi-Fi, and finally I was able to find him. And then we waited there for, actually a very long layover when I got in LA. It was about 8 hours layover before our next flight. And at that time, I don't know if it's COVID or what, but they don't have any food, like nothing. Maybe there's one place, but it's really expensive. And so we weren't able to eat anything. We just sit and sleep until our flight is ready. And so from LA, we went to Atlanta, Georgia, and from Georgia, we flew to North Carolina. So that is my time frame, or my timeline for my visa. I'm very grateful because we did not expect that it's going to be really short for us, because we are actually, our attorney is saying that it's going to take about 18 months or more for the whole process. But I think that the COVID actually helped our case. And if you have a really strong case and you have all that documents and proof and all that, as long as you are very organized with your documents, and you really put time and effort and creativity to it, I think that would really make a difference. So that's my advice to you guys. So that's my timeline. If you have any questions about any part of it, you can comment down below. I hope this video will help you in any way. So that's it for today. I'm excited to see you next time for my next videos. Thank you so much. See you. Bye.